Hi Virgo. Happy birthday. First of all, everybody wants to be alone right now. Let me turn these over. I like doing it this way actually. Everybody wants to be alone. Just had a full moon across from you in Pisces. I don't want to taint it. I don't want to say anything. I want you to see your cards. And let's go from there because we have a new moon later in the month. We have Mercury in your sign after a retrograde. Mars goes direct tomorrow. First card out, Page of Pentacles. Hello. The youthful Virgo, the slow one, the one who's a bit unsure still. Maybe you thought you'd be coming into your season a bit more settled. And now the Page of Pentacles belies a bit of immaturity, not being sure, not knowing perhaps which direction to go in. Next card, Queen of Wands. So if you are dealing with a fire sign, or if it is just the remnants of Leo season that has you feeling diminished, it's coming up here. Perhaps it is your dealings with this fire sign or someone who has heavy fire placements that you've been dealing with for a while that has made you feel more and more diminished. This is not something that they are doing consciously. It's their being. Knight of Pentacles, but we are growing in power. We like this. Where once there was a diminishing, now there is a growth. As the season continues, first week of September, we start to feel better and better. More direction, more purpose, more vitality. Mars going direct, more energy. Things start to clear up as if a fog is being lifted. You will not be able to make sense of it. It is not logical how quickly things will shift for you. But it's necessary and it's good. You pick up a little speed, not so much. The Knight of Pentacles is still very slow. But the fire is there, Queen of Wands, to, what this looks like to me is someone who had to tell you the truth about something, and at first you felt really bad about it, but ultimately it was for your benefit. It could have been the entire season itself. That Leo season just made you see where you needed to redo some things, and you may have taken it personally at first, but you've gotten around to getting it fixed and you've realized that it is for your benefit and we're moving forward. Again, Knight of Pentacles is speed, but it's movement, but it's not speed. Now, the Devil card, 10 of Swords. Okay. Let's see what else is. 8 of Wands, 3 of Swords. Okay. And then the 7 of Wands. So, if as an earth sign you are dealing with another earth sign and they happen to be a Capricorn or they are really, really bothering you, they are coming up as the Devil card. And the pain associated with it is undeniable. Now, if this is Saturn in Capricorn, and you are the 10 of Swords because you cannot be productive, you cannot seem to get the ball rolling, give yourself a few more days. This is why I didn't want to do this before the full moon. Mars going direct is really important right now. So, why? Because you can feel very diminished when you can't move and get done what you need to get done. It's had you feeling away. The whole Leo season plus Mars retrograde has had you guys feeling like away. It's been hard. It's been difficult. But also we're coming into Virgo season being really aware of where the pain is stemming from. And you may also feel that it's coming at you in several directions just at once, where you're like, why does it have to be this severe? But I think it's because you are meant to overcome it in this season. I don't think this is something new. I think this is something you've been wrestling with for a while. And now it's like really, piercing you deeply enough that you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm rid of it. I can persevere. I don't need this anymore. And sometimes you need to push a Virgo just a little too far for them to react and take care of themselves. And if you haven't done it yet, if Leo season didn't do it, then it will happen during Virgo season, and it will be for your benefit, because ultimately you are winning, right? Okay, let's see what else comes up. Also, if you're dealing with a Capricorn that's just taking a really long time, and that has you feeling betrayed, it's the non-committal nature. It has you feeling betrayed. And then there's the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So on the other hand, there is this air energy that seems to be doing just fine. So you find yourself in this weird situation, Virgo, where communication-wise, in terms of meeting with people and getting things done, it's like wonderful. You're doing so well. Consequently, the air signs in your life that exhibit those qualities are also doing very well. They're feeling very contented with stuff. However, for you, that is localized to this one part of your life that is the airy part of your life. In other aspects of your life, you're harboring all this pain. So you may be looking at the air signs in your life and thinking, you guys have it so good right now. Like, you don't seem to be caring about what's going on at all. And they're in some ways hitting a high point where you, in an emotional way, feel like you're hitting a low point. But it's relative, because whatever truth this Devil, Ten of Swords is, it's something that you have distracted yourself from for so long. And I don't think it's necessarily about a person. I think for a lot of you, this is about your work ethic. It's about what you've been putting time and work into. You may find that some dream that you had, something that you really, really wanted to do, something that you really wanted to pursue and become Capricorn good at, Capricorn, famous at, that dream is somehow ending, and it's ending so quickly, and it's being replaced with something else, and it's difficult. Also, you're being replaced with other people, in other people's lives, with someone else. So there's a lot of there's this funny thing I do. It's from a Jackie Chan movie. I think it's called Who Am I, actually, where he runs up to the top of a building, and then he goes out on the roof and he yells, "Who am I?" It's much funnier when I do it in other settings. Anyway, so there's that Virgo moon awkwardness. So, who am I? If I am who I am in relation to the people in my life, and the people in my life are either leaving me behind or being shitty to me or using me and then not caring for me, if I'm feeling alone, if I'm feeling isolated, in terms of my connections with people, who am I? Well, first of all, remember that Mars has been retrograde, not to be petty, but as soon as it fixes itself, you will feel a lot better. Mercury has been in retrograde, and that means that it's closer to the Earth, which means you've been inundated with so much information that it's hard to do your job and sort when there's so much coming in so fast. It's just not fair. It's not fair to your nature. So you feel a bit banged up, cosmically. And also in terms of your relationships with people, you may be feeling like, if you're my friends, then where are you? If you love me, where are you? If you care about me, where'd you go? Kind of thing. And like I said, I think it will make you stronger. I think it will definitely speed you up in a way that is necessary for you to heal and move forward. I think you need to communicate with people, and I think you need to get better and better at it, and this month gives you a huge opportunity to do so. It will also distract you from whatever pain you have going on in other aspects of your life. I think there's a very good chance at being super content by the end of the season, and a watery sort of mood coming in for you, where the job is done, the season is over, and you get to relax with the Libra taking over and doing what needs to be done. So the end of this Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, Nine of Cups, for me, is us moving into Libra season and how you're going to feel by then. But until then, is there a lot that needs to be purged still? It looks like it. It looks like it. Let's pull some cards for the extended. I'll do it now, and then we'll look at these together. And I'm also going to, after I do the extended, I'm going to use what comes up here to do the Virgo Libra cusp reading, which will be available on Vimeo. And the extended, which you know is there as well. Definitely going to look at that Queen of Wands. It's interesting with the Devil card, right? Because for a Virgo, productivity and becoming really good at something and having to let go of a dream like that, and the finality of how you guys treat that, it's severe. So for you guys to get the Devil card is pretty severe. But I often find that that Virgos have it hard in Virgo season. Wheel of Fortune, first card up. Nice, we like that. Let's keep going. We'll apply that to the rest of the stuff that's out. Definitely a reversal of fortune coming up for you guys. Not in terms of money. I think things have been going steadily well. But in terms of your intimate connections, things are going to start heating back up now. You have Venus in your sign. Justice, Libra season. So Wheel of Fortune and then Justice. By the time we get to Libra season, y'all are coasting. Your season is, it's hard work, you know? It's hard work. That's okay. You guys are good at it. You like to do it. You know what you're doing. The ups and downs continue a little bit here. It's okay. You know, 10 of Swords to 7 of Wands. It's pretty up and down. But I like how your way out is communication. It's like you're going to take most of the season being kind of quiet, and then you're going to realize what it is that you really want to say. Queen of Cups, bottom of the deck is the Death card. And then we'll pull some more in the extended. Let's take a look at these cards, yeah? Tickets for New York are still on sale, and tickets for Toronto are still on sale. I'm going to be putting up an Eventbrite for an event in London in March, but we're going to do it big. So I want to put it up now so you guys have ample time to look into it. All right, let's look at these cards. I love you. Happy birthday. I'll see you in a minute. Hi. All right. So starting off a bit unsure, a bit diminished, feeling maybe a bit down. Someone with a lot of power coming in that may have, in some ways, their success may make you feel even more diminished, but they're trying to boost you. They're trying to help you. Tough love, perhaps, but still for your benefit. It helps. It works. Towards the beginning of September, we're really starting to feel better, picking up some steam, starting to realize what we don't want to deal with, what is hurting too much, what needs to be put away, what about ourselves we need to face, and how it's affecting our productivity. We may feel some type of way about it. We may feel pretty upset about where we are in life. Another year has come, another season, another Virgo season. your birthday returns. How far have we gotten? If you're getting stuck in that productivity comparison with last year or where you thought you should be by now, be careful, because that is a whirlpool you can get stuck in. However, Mars goes direct tomorrow, and you will start to feel the effects within the first week and a half of September. By the second week, we're rolling. You're starting to really pick up steam in terms of standing up for yourself, even if it is to yourself, to your own, perhaps too perfect standards that can't be reached. A lot of that going on right now as you like full force feel it in your season. You may in some ways break your own heart here. But I don't think it has as much to do with romance as it has to do with where you feel inadequate. And although it seems strange to say it, I think it will help you, because, well, because it's things that need to be torn out, and perhaps the only way then is to stick a knife through it. Again, these can be things about yourself. This can be something you really, really wanted to do, and now you're just giving up on it because you can't see how it will practically work out. This can also be things changing quite suddenly with someone who, for one reason or another, shouldn't have been in your life in the first place. And so it's a win, even though it seems like a loss. That happens a lot in Virgo season. But then towards the end of the month, you have the Page of Swords, Queen of Swords. So beginning to come out of the shell of everything that you think is wrong with you. And mid-September, we are feeling a lot better. Renewed, in fact. Powerful, in fact. Our communication, excuse me, and our openness actually bringing people to us and having a very positive effect on our finances, but also perhaps on our love life with this Queen of Cups and the Scorpio card coming in. We'll take a look more at that in the extended. And I'm going to pull a few more cards for that as well. Okay, cool. Five of Wands, bottom of the deck, and then we have the Fool and the Moon in reverse. Interesting. We'll take a look at that right now. You can find the extended on Vimeo if you search for the Quietest Revolution, or there will be a link below. And if you prefer PayPal, there is a Shopify link below as well. If you are looking for the cusp reading, which will riff off of this one, and then I'll do the Libra reading tomorrow, you can find that on Vimeo as well. All right. I know there was a little confusion about that last time. That's why I'm reiterating. I know I'm repeating myself. I love you guys. Happy birthday. This is a tough season, but like all tough things that require effort, I think you guys always deliver. I think it's tough for a tough person to go through a tough season when they can actually be pretty fragile inside. And so you may be feeling a little alone with your feelings and like no one can relate to a season that is meant to be very joyous. And of course you do feel joyous, and yet there is this strange sense of loss, and you may not be able to even articulate it or put your finger on it, but it can be a little bit sad for you guys, you know, like I said, about assessing and holding yourself to some sort of completely arbitrary standard that you've created off of watching other people perhaps, or thinking that you should have been at a certain point by now, hitting some sort of milestone, all of that sort of stuff. But also just looking at yourself and seeing why there are specific milestones that haven't been reached. Looking at yourself and understanding and taking responsibility for what it is in your life that keeps you from making those big moves. A lot of this is going to come up this month, and I would suggest that you take some time away from your own mind. Maybe just put yourself on mute for a few weeks, and every time the voice starts to try to criticize and talk and compare again, put it on mute again. Perhaps make it an awareness habit for the next few weeks. Just see how it goes. Just try. I know I'm asking a lot, but just try, because this is a season for you to experience, not for you to get lost in your head. And if you do, I think it can be very painful. So go out there and really do the things, but we'll talk about that more in a second. I love you guys. Happy birthday. I'll see you in a second.